Assore has a 50% interest in Assmang, which it controls jointly with African Rainbow Minerals. Assmang is mainly a manganese and iron ore miner and also has some smelting operations. Assore has a market cap of 46 billion rand, a price to earnings ratio of 8.6 and a dividend yield of 1.7%. Looking at Assore, Paul, it had some rather pretty good results when they released. That was in September.
It's a very similar story to Kumba earlier, and in fact the main mine, the Assmang mine at Vestact, is just down the road from where the Kumba mine is, because the same iron ore field was discovered by Guido Sacco, the old man whose descendants, his kids, control this company still. Des Sacco is the current non-executive chairman. So they benefited from all the sales increases and so on. Yeah, some of the smelting and other bits and pieces they've got in there, that's like the ferrochrome smelter down at Machadodorp and so on. Those have been a bit of a damp squib because obviously electricity prices are rising. They had major explosions and problems in the plant down in Cato Ridge, so that's not really all that exciting. But the balance of the business is fabulous, tightly held, not all that easy to buy the stock, but it's been a great success story in terms of people that have held it over the years.
Well, Paul's talking about the liquidity of the stock. Is the stock that you're getting into right now, or what are you doing with Assore right now?
No, we're a bit concerned on Assore's earnings. That when we looked at the earnings last year, they cancelled their BE deal and they took the 25% of stock back and basically cancelled the share. So their earnings are sort of, at the moment, they're quite high. From our point of view, they're going to need to reinstitute a BE deal, so we expect a bit more dilution to come through. And we're not fans of manganese nor of smelters. We do like the iron ore aspect, but in this space, we'd much rather be, and right now we're not long Kumba, but we'd much rather be long Kumba and short Assore. I agree with Paul that management is strong and it has been a good story, but I think going forward it seems to be, in our opinion, slightly overvalued.
Paul, would you like to explain that share price graph for us?
Yeah, I was just looking at that and wondering myself. I think there was some kind of corporate action there where there was a share split, which the chart doesn't seem to have picked up. In other words, it looks like it had a very bad year in 2010, but I don't think that's for real. No. I think in reality you can just take the chart on the right-hand side there and bolt it on, because it certainly has done extremely well in recent years. Look, it's often the case that family-controlled companies are of limited interest for ordinary shareholders because they have volatile earnings. Typically, when companies are controlled in that way, the company founder family is so rich that they don't care if they have a few bad years, and then they get it back because they just sort of sweat it out. Whereas you, the public shareholder, waiting for your dividend, it's like, hey, what happened?
Yeah.
So, but in this case, I think it's a sizable concern. And remember, they don't manage the asset. That asset is managed within African Rainbow Minerals that have 50% plus the controlling share. So yes, manganese, which is a supplement which is used in certain kinds of steel, does create an additional cyclicality, but provided you're prepared to be patient and own them for 10 years or more, I think you're going to do well on this one.
So hot or not for you?
I'm happy to give it the hot, yes, hot.
Mark, hot or not?
No, not.